Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm here today to show you a little something about SMHelper. SMHelper, or Social Media Helper, is a social media tracking service. That means that it makes it easy for you to follow when your friends, or prospects, or clients are being mentioned in the various social media. This includes things like blogs, Twitter, as well as news articles. It's a product that's fully integrated with Salesforce.com, so it can make it really easy for you to keep track of your various prospects and clients, and you can get the reports and updates delivered to your email. It's taking Salesforce.com and Salesforce Automation and layering on the social media that is so important in today's world. Let's get started by showing you how easy it is to install SMHelper into your Salesforce.com account. We begin by coming to Salesforce.com and logging in. I'll go ahead and log in with my account right now. It's a really simple process that takes less than 5 minutes. As you can see, here we are at the Force.com package installer. It tells you about SMHelper, the version, who's the creator, and makes it easy for you to go ahead and install. Let's go ahead and hit continue. Now, you can certainly read through all these instructions and take a look at exactly what kind of permissions you're granting, but if you want to just go ahead and get started, simply click on Next. Now the package is ready to be installed. Let's click on Install to continue. As you can see, installation is an extremely rapid process. The last thing we're going to do once it's installed is to go ahead and then set up your Salesforce.com account with the appropriate settings so that you can take advantage of the power of SMHelper. Let's go ahead and do this. Now that we're in setup, let's go ahead and customize what we've got going on. So let's hit setup, and we're going to go ahead and need to customize. Let's go ahead and customize contacts. Under contacts, we now have SMHelper installed. The way to take advantage of this is to go ahead and edit the contact layout. In this contact layout, which is the layout that Salesforce.com uses to display your contacts, you can see that we have all the standard fields that exist. To add SMHelper into this, we go ahead and click Create New Section, and we'll say this is Social Media Mentions. Be sure to switch this from 2 columns to a single column. Then go ahead and add the section. Once the section has been added, we can go ahead and scroll down. You can see it's been added to the end. There it is, Social Media Mentions. I think it's important, so I'm going to go ahead and increase its importance by dragging it up closer to the top. Let's put it right underneath the contact information. Let's get that little black bit into the right place. There we go. Come on, come on. Excellent. Now, the other thing we need to do is, we're not done yet. We've created a section, but there's nothing in it. We need to go over to the Views section over here on the right, go to Custom S Controls, and drag and drop SMHelper into the Social Media Mentions section. Now we're done. Let's go ahead and hit Save. And what we've done is we've edited the contact layout, which we can view by clicking on it, to include the contact information and now social media mentions via SMHelper. Let's see how this works. We'll go ahead and navigate to the Contacts section of Salesforce.com and take a look at what happens. I've already got one contact in here, Michael Jordan, that I've set up. Let's click on Michael Jordan and see. Now obviously I haven't put in a lot of information here, just the name. But even just putting the name in place allows me to show the mentions for Michael Jordan. As you can see, Michael Jordan's been in the news lately. You can click on any of these. I don't actually know French, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the first one, Always Bet on Defense. And what this does is brings up in an additional browser window or in a tab the mention of Michael Jordan. And here we can see it's on the Motley Fool personal financial site, and there Michael Jordan is mentioned. It's not just limited to news, though. It's also lets you give a view into the blogosphere. So as you can see here, here are lists of all the different times when Michael Jordan has been mentioned in various blogs. If you want to see more, you can go ahead and click More, and it'll give you the entire list of hits. Finally, if you're familiar with the service Twitter, which allows people to issue very short 140-character updates via the web or their mobile phone, you can see the various tweets that mention Michael Jordan. For example, over here, I'm sure Michael Jordan never got cheered. I don't know about that, buddy. I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan did get cheered. But you can see how this would be useful. Let's say instead of a celebrity, we were going to go ahead and create a different contact. Let's say that we went to the contacts folder and we created a new contact. Let's say it was a client of yours, and instead of Michael Jordan, it was somebody who is more in the business world, somebody like, say, John Deere. Now that we've created the John Deere contact, it says, hey, this is a SM Force demonstration. You can use it on 29 more contacts. So part of what happens with SMHelper is that SMHelper is in fact a paid service, but we allow you to do up to 30 contacts being tracked for free. So I'm going to go ahead and use one on John Deere. And as you can see, now John Deere shows up. It's very different than Michael Jordan, obviously. We have much more of a focus on sort of hard news and blogs, even a John Deere mower technical manual. But again, if you were selling into John Deere, this would be a great way when you pulled them up in Salesforce.com to know about what was happening in the world of John Deere prior to your picking up the phone and talking with your representative there. So that's how SMHelper works. It allows you to track the social media mentions of your various contacts. You can do exactly the same for accounts, for leads, for opportunities, and so on and so forth. And it allows you to basically take this awareness of what's going on out there in the social media sphere and bring it into, on a very practical level, what you know about your prospects, clients, and customers. If for some reason you do decide that you do not want to use SMHelper any longer, uninstalling SMHelper is trivial. You just go ahead and go to Setup, and under App Setup, go to View Installed Packages, and click Uninstall SMHelper. I'm not going to do that today because I really want to get back to the rest of my prospects and clients and finding out what they're up to. But you could do so if you wanted to. Hopefully this has been a good overview of SMHelper and how it might help you in your daily life as a sales and marketing professional.